Or I will give you another things. You know me, I'm a good businessman, and I make a lot of money in Mecca. I will tell you, where's my money? Go, take it, and leave me alone. They said, listen to what they said, we never know any lie from you. Tell us where is the money. He said, in such and such a place. He said, go. When he reached Medina, because he went after Prophet Muhammad, before he reached Prophet Muhammad, you know what he said? Angel Jibreel was coming with a verse from Quran for him, for this man. He said ربح البيع أبا يحيى is the best merchant you ever did, Aba Yahya. You gain. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed a verse, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَشْرِي نَفْسَهُ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ. And among people, those who sell themselves to Allah to gain the pleasure of Allah. Imagine all his wealth, all his life for one thing, to migrate to be the companion of the Prophet. Men and women and children did it. They did the sacrifice. Now when we talk about all these stories, unless we join it with our action, nothing we can gain from it. Now, tell me one of the questions you have.
What are the ways to show or invite people to Islam who has been lost for a very long time?
Let me repeat it slowly. What is the ways to invite someone who lost for so long to Islam? Right? If you watch my tape of da'wah, you will hear all the knowledge you want. But for the time being, I will tell you something. Inviting to Islam is not cheap. Why today our Islam is not growing? Because none of us want sacrifice. It starts by you. You have to have Islam in your heart, number one. You have to have faith in Allah. You have to have hurt for others who are going astray. Not anger, hurt. You have to cry for them. You have to ache for them. You have to sacrifice your life for them. Meaning you have to burn yourself for them. Why? Only for Allah. Once you are in this action, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's the door. He's the one who changes the heart. You can invite your father and mother all away, 6,000-7,000 miles away, and you're sitting here by your heart. It starts by the heart. It starts by your own action, by your own sacrifice. The more you migrate toward Allah, the more Allah will accept your prayer. The more Allah will accept whatever you have in your heart. And also it takes a lot of manner. Today we want to invite, but we do not want to have manner. Let me tell you something honest. And you cannot have manner until you are generous. You cannot have manner until you be generous. The more you're generous, the more Allah will give you the manner. And this is why you cannot find somebody invite toward Allah stingy. No way. You cannot go toward Allah stingy. No way. Allah will not accept you. And by the way, stingy, it has many styles. You can be stingy in money. You can be stingy in the heart. Stingy with arrogance. How many of us know what is right and even not able to do it? Because the nose is still too high. How many we hear what is good, what is benefit to us, and we still cannot able to do it? Why? Why? Why our manner is not changing? Something deep inside wrong. Why my habit cannot change? Because I'm not even asking Allah. I swear by Allah, you asking Allah for good manner, Allah will give it to you. But also you cannot ask Allah and you sit doing nothing. You have to sacrifice. You have to do. You have to live it. You have to cry. You have to be worried. You have to think about these people. And when you see them, you deal with them with good manner. How many of us we hear that, and when the time coming, we cannot implement it? Why? The heart is still sick. Purifying the heart is not easy. It takes time. And this is why if you really are a good inviter, you will not look to the mistake of others. You will look to your own mistake. You always look to your own mistake. If you really want to be inviter to Allah, you will discover you the one you should have to choose and beat up yourself. Because nobody is really wrong except us, not other. Because if I have the quality, people will be attracted to me. I do not have even to go talk. They will be attracted to me. Look at the way we talk today. Look at the way we invite others today. We invite them with a lot of arrogance. And we think this is invitation. This is not invitation. This is arrogant. If you invite, your voice will be humble, will be sweet, will be full of worry. To the point you can be tearing. Or your heart will be teared apart. From fearing, where is Islam? Where's my brother and sister in Islam? What happened to them? I will be worried. By the way, when I talk to them, I talk with a worry. I talk with humble. I talk with ability. I talk with generosity, with kindness. Where is that? This needs a lot of preparation inside. Inside, not outside. And this, inshallah, I invite you to watch my tapes about Daee.
Sacrifice, the pillar of sincerity.
Sacrifice is the pillar of sincerity. We heard it already. You cannot call yourself have a sincerity unless you sacrifice. Today, most of the Muslims claim they have some sincerity. No, it's not. The majority is a liar. Big liar. Imagine I was talking to Shariza and about one sister. Every time she cannot watch the tapes. And she said, my family is always watching the tapes. It's only $150. You can buy another VCR and a TV. How much money we spend all over. We're not willing to do that for Allah. We're not willing to try. Where's sincerity? By this way, sincerity, the core of sincerity is sacrifice. Not by tongue. You said doing nothing is nothing. Sacrifice. Look at what we're talking about in the time of immigration. They sacrifice with themselves, their life, what they own, what they gain, what they have. Today, if Allah give us a status, which the style of life gets just changed, we become like rabbit. Where's the iman and faith? What we worry about? All of a sudden, Allah give you a small test, and all of a sudden you fail? A lot of us is a failure in the front of Allah, but we do not see it. Why we cannot see it? Because blindness. The only way to start really, sacrifice. There's no way out. Sacrifice. The more you sacrifice, the more you will see. Allah will open. Allah will open. Because the reality in life, you always sacrifice for whom you love. For whom you love, you sacrifice. Why when the time coming to any Islamic thing, anything toward Islam, we have no time. And anything toward any stupid thing, we have all the time. The time is the same. Me is the same. 7 days the same. The 24 hours is the same. What's the difference? And this is why we have to go back and check the amount of sacrifice.
How to have more time to do good deeds, or the way to be able to do more for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
Okay, let's phrase this question again. How you able to do good deed? And how?
How do we have more time?
How to have more time to do good deed? Anybody can give me the answer? How we can have more time to do good deed? How? You make the time. How are you going to make the time?
Schedule yourself.
Why are you going to do that?
Well, time management.
Why are you going to do time management?
So you have the time to do good deeds, and you have time to do everything else.
Rich deed. Why? Why are you going to do that? All what you said is correct, 100% correct, but why? Why are you going to do that? Why are you going to do time management? Why are you going to put in a calendar certain part to do some good deed? Why?
Because it's good to help people.
It's good to help people. Why? Come on, it's only one person. Talk. Why? I'm waiting for one word.
Sacrifice.
Why you want sacrifice?
For a creator, because he created you.
Meaning you value what you want to do.
Yes.
Can you see it? You will never able to do that unless you really value what you do. Because always you sacrifice the high value for low value. Can you see it? If we understand who we're working for, who we're trying to please, you think we're not going to do sacrifice? We're not going to do time management? We're not going to do planning to our time? Yes. The more you know about Allah and what He's planning for you, the more what you're going to do, the more you're going to have time. I can put it for you in another word. The more you sincere and honest and truthful to yourself and Allah, the more Allah will allow you to do. Because you cannot do it unless Allah allow you. But why Allah allow you to do? Unless you want Allah. Can you see it? The more you want Allah, Allah will open and make it easy for you. It is Allah. It's Allah.
A tiger one.
Okay? It's a very simple way. It's Allah. But why? Why we do that? You cannot do that unless you realize the truth. What is the truth? The hereafter are better for me than this life. And this leads us to another question. Go ahead.
What is the way to be able to do more for the pleasure of Allah?
Yes, we said that.
Quality of the person and the fault and weaknesses of the person between humble and arrogance.
Okay. You see, what we're saying is all connected together, believe it or not. What we're talking about is linked together. You cannot take one apart from another one. If you look to these people, the people who migrate, look what Allah did for them. Look to the amount of ability Allah allowed them to have. Why? Sincerity, sacrifice, honesty, truthful to Allah. They want Allah. They really love Allah. Imagine no husband, no wife, no money, no land, no tribes, no clan, nothing, only Allah. Today we want to do it in the middle of what we have. It doesn't work. This is why Allah will test you in your job, in your health, in your money, in your family. In whatever is connected to your heart, Allah will take it away to see what you're going to do. But we attached to material so much, we cannot let it go. Meaning, our real love is not there. You see? Our real love is not there. Because if our real love is for Allah, anything will come in easy for Allah. Now, why we cannot have all that? This we can discuss it in this topic now. What's the topic you were saying before?
Quality of the person.
Quality of the person. Where is our quality and what else?
Can I go back to some hadith Qudsi?
No, but one moment. What's the quality of the person?
Quality of the person and the faults and weaknesses of the person between humble and arrogance. Why am I not perfect? Why I have default? Why do I have weaknesses?
Wait. I cannot memorize all this. One thing at a time. Let's go back for a moment about what I said. What I said, we can summarize it in 3 hadith. 3 say of the Prophet. And listen carefully, because this 3 hadith, it's containing everything we are into it now. Why we cannot do too much? Because we attach to material status too much. Why we attach to material status too much? Because we love it. Why we love it? Because we do not love what Allah prepared for us. Now let's hear what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Hadith Qudsi, He said, O dunya, O this life, من خدمك فاستخدمي. O dunya, whoever be a slave to you, make him a slave. Whoever من خدمك فاستخدمي. Whoever is slave to you, make him a slave to you. Meaning, whoever work for you, make him a slave for you. وَمَنْ خَدَمَنِي فَخْدِمِي. And whoever serve me, be slave for him. Let me repeat it again. Whoever serve you, the material status, make him a slave to you. And whoever serve himself to me, Allah, O dunya, be servant to him. If Allah said that, is this not enough? Allah promised you, if you work for me, I make the whole dunya work for you. Another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, من أحب دنياه أضر بآخرته ومن أحب آخرته أضر بدنياه فآثروا ما يبقى على ما يفنى. Whoever loves his material status, he will destroy his life status after the hereafter. And whoever work for the hereafter, he will destroy his life status. Choose what is staying of what is leaving. What is leaving is this life. What is staying is the hereafter. Only if you know. Another Hadith Qudsi, he said something beautiful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hadith Qudsi meaning a word of Allah direct to us. He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Man asbaha, whoever wake up, and all his hem, all his agony, all his thought, all his wishes is one thing, to please me and gain the hereafter, I will join his heart and fill it with richness. And I will bring life and material status toward his hand and make it easy for him, and I will put blessing in it. And I make him among those who are closer to me. And whoever wake up and all his thinking, accumulating of this life, and worry about different things in this life, I will fulfill his heart with poverty, poorness. And I will listen the angel to stand between his eyes, the stamp of poverty. And I will fulfill his hand working. And he will not reach except what I give him. And in the end, he will be cursed by me. By this way, when we wake up in the morning, we have two styles of waking. One wake up and all he think about it, how I gain my day. Meaning how